morning again, and welcome back to another episode of our daily motivation. Yes, I am a motivational speaker and a man that was made by my two parents in Jamaica, just like other humans beings that came into the world. I have discovered some things about myself, and I have discovered that when you have dreams and goals, you have to be serious about it. If you are not serious about what you want to do, it's as if you are setting up yourselves to live in the pain of regret. So some of the basic things that we overlook from time to time is that you cannot have a finish without a start. You cannot have a finish without a start. You can see the finished product, but in order to physically get it into life, into reality, we as humans, you cannot have a finish without a start. You have to have a physical start. So we have ideas inside of our head. We have completed ideas inside of our heads of how we see ourselves. We see ourselves having amazing things. Everyone, it's just a human behavior. When you look around you and you extract some things from life, then you discover some things about yourself, and you say, I can become this person. Now your belief system has now been activated. And when you believe in yourself, also another tool that I have discovered about myself is that you get things done. You're in a different frame of mind. You start act differently, you start walk differently, you start do things differently, you start go different places. And the list goes on. So discovering yourself is mainly about educating yourself. And when we educate ourselves, we realize that we have knowledge. And when you have knowledge, you have the ability to construct more things from inside of your mind. And then the next step now is to take that idea from out of your mind into reality. And these are some things that we do on a daily basis, subconsciously, and we are not aligning ourselves with our dreams. That's a downfall that we are experiencing. Right? So we survived out of 400 million sperms and we made it here by our two parents. We came here with nothing. We are a contribution to life. It means that we have a right to be here. We came here with nothing, and when you look around you, everything is here to suit your lifestyle. That you can eat, that you can breathe, that you can drink, yes? That you can live. So we have to hack into our mind, for that's exactly what I had to do. I had to now hack into my mind and start to program my mind differently. So the older you get, as you grow, you realize that there are some things that you are supposed to do. It is individual work, right? It is individual work. It is very important that we get a grip of ourselves and we educate ourselves in the areas that we are supposed to grow. I cannot live my life for you, and you cannot live your life for me. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up. So everything that we need to do and we want to do and that we have discovered about ourselves, it is individual work. You have to do your part. I have to do my part. I cannot be a police officer and a fireman at the same time, doing the same thing the same time. It's not a way of life. It's not life law. That's a supernatural behavior. So the fireman has to do his part, the police has to do his part, the teachers and the nurses has to do their part, and we align ourselves in the directions that we want to go. You go to school and you educate yourself through the process, and then you go to college, and then you go to an art enterprise, and you do the things that you need to do that is aligned with your dream based on the person that you want to become. Some people want to become an auto mechanic. Some people want to become computer engineers. Some people want to become lawyers and doctors. Some people want to become whatever they want to become, flight attendants, pilot, and the list goes on. I wanted to be a disc jockey at one point. Well, I myself, I wanted to be so many things. Sometimes I am confused myself. Because we have a lot of things inside of us and we take a long time to process it. And this is where the confusion comes in. Sometimes you have some ideas inside you, and when you look, you see somebody else with your idea. We take long to take actions to our lives and our dreams, and this can create a very big problem for all of us. For all of us, because someone's idea is tied up in your dream. Somebody need to work for you that they can generate some cash flow, that they can make some contribution to their dreams and move on, and the chain goes on. So looking at your life and looking at yourself and see the things that you are supposed to do and start doing them. It doesn't take a rocket science mind to understand this, but sometimes we do need some motivation. People who say that they don't need motivation are getting motivation from something else or from somewhere else, maybe by music, maybe by some hardship in life, maybe by some experiences, but they are motivated by something. We all are, because we came into life with a blank brain, and we look and we listen and we learn as we go. For looking and listening is the pattern of how we learn. You learn from the things that you hear, and you learn from the things that you see. So with that being said now, and we understand that we assign ourselves to learn the things that we need to know about ourselves based on your environment and what you can do. So we have to hold ourselves accountable and hold ourselves responsible to do the things that we are supposed to do. Yesterday I had to call an emergency meeting because when I drove in the town and I look around and I realize that how people are living their lives, you can see that they definitely throw their dreams and the New Year's resolution away already. Slowly moving, barely going. Young people I'm talking about. Young people like myself, barely moving, hanging out and catching up places that they are not supposed to be. So we subconsciously do these things. We are in the areas and the environment, and we are educating ourselves to the things that we are not supposed to be educating ourselves to. So we have to hack into our brain and reprogram our mind and educate ourselves to the things that we are supposed to. Was this saying going around that says if you don't make money, you don't make sense. Because we all need money at this stage of life where we are right now. I mean, even if you're a farmer, you need money. And farming is one of the primary sources in life that supply us with a source of living. So we all need money. But how do we get money? We have to program our mind to get it. Right? We have to hack into ourselves and program our mind. And if it's a mechanic that you want to become, you align yourself in that area. And then little after this, you're one of the biggest mechanic around. Top mechanic. Because there are some things that you have discovered about yourself that you say you can do this and you can be good at it. Then you realize that everybody is coming to your garage because there is something that you have discovered about yourself. Yes? If you want to become an engineer, an architect, a vlogger, you name it, and the list goes on. So we have to discover these things about ourselves and educate ourselves to it. And this is why I believe that educating oneself is one of the most important things that we should be doing. It is more important and meaningful than many things that we do on a daily basis. Educating ourselves. For if you know, you know. But if you don't know, you just don't know. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you know, you know. But if you don't know, you just don't know. For when you are in the know, you know what to do. You know exactly what you're doing. If you know, so you need a spanner, or a wrench, or a screwdriver, or a saw. So when you know what you want to do or what you are doing, you know. But if you don't know, you just don't know, and we don't know what we are doing, and we subconsciously be doing things, moving around, because when we came into this life, that's how we learn. We learn to start to walk, and we learn to start to draw on our belly, and just be creative, just moving around. We are used to that from birth. We have 2 feet, so what we do with it, we walk around and we go places. But are you conscious? Are you conscious about what you are doing? Is it right for you? Whatever is it that you are doing, is it right for you? Is it what you are supposed to be doing? We have to develop the mentality, the habit, and the attitude to start with what we have from where we are. You have 2 hands, 2 feet, and a brain. So you educate yourself about yourself, of how to use your body, how to use yourself as a tool to achieve the things that you want to achieve in this life. We have to know some things about ourselves, because you could be hanging out in places that you are not supposed to be, because you don't know where you are supposed to be, and you fail to educate yourselves about where you are supposed to be. You could be in the lawyer chair. You could be in the doctor's office, managing and running that operation, for it is your dream. It is a dream. You could be in your own office somewhere. You could be in your own car. You could be in your own house. Right? So if we rob ourselves of an opportunity to do the things that we are supposed to do, I'm simply saying that you are setting up yourselves to live in the pain of regret. The pain of regret is karma, time. When time catch up on you, when you get old, when you're back against the wall, when you're at your lowest, and in many cases you can't do anything about it, because we rob ourselves of opportunities that can make our lives a better place, like educating ourselves. That's a big opportunity. So even if you not get nothing in a school, even if you not have no good parents, if you never get brought up by no parents, I mean, come on, when it comes down to your dream, living a dream, no excuse is acceptable. We cannot blame anyone. I have problems in school, just like many other people. I lost my way in school. I was a very disobedient student in school. I left school, and when I went back there to ask for my education qualifications, they couldn't even find my name. I didn't hold myself back because of that. I still was doing some messed up things just like everybody else. I take a leap, I try to make money. I try to get jobs, I try to go places, to garage. One of the greatest things that happened to me is that I could read. So I managed to read and get a driver's license. And I had to drive for it as well. So many things I do, I took the long route, because what I was supposed to do in school, I robbed myself of that opportunity. And when I left school, it becomes even harder for me to get a job, because now the organizations and the systems are designed that if you don't have 6 subjects, if you don't have 3 subjects, if you don't have 5 subjects, you cannot get a job. It is a system, and if we want to be a part of the system, we have to learn the system. So without the knowledge and the proper educating of myself, I got myself a driver's license and I went out there and I did nothing but some madness with myself. Nothing with some madness because of ignorance, because of an illiterate mentality, because of anger, because of the pain of regret that I did not educate myself the way I was supposed to while I had the opportunity in school. So I was pushed back by society because I went to places that I need to get jobs, and they were asking for all these things. But I didn't stop there. I didn't stop. I keep pushing, I keep trying. And I went to get some job experience at Evitas, so I became a cook. And then I moved to Sandals with that experience that I have. And then I become a driver in a truck. And then I became a bus operator, which destroyed my life completely for a moment. Yes, that's another story for itself. So maybe we cannot talk about the entire thing right now. But we have to take leaps and get the experiences and educate ourselves and stop robbing ourselves of knowledge, of good ideas that we can use to make some adjustment to our lives, to make our lives a better place. We cannot keep running away from ourselves. You ever notice the more you run from something, the more you run in it? You run from one type of person and you run back into the person where you have that same attitude as the type of person where you run from. And sometimes you have to just face it and deal with it. You have to face your fears and deal with it anyhow. It's not going to be a walk in the park. But you have to deal with it. You have to discover some things about yourself, especially good management skills. And when you start being a manager of yourself, then if you don't go my way, I will have to go yours. Because somebody is making sense around here. Somebody is getting done. Because we have the right attitude. We have a management attitude. We have a leader attitude. So there are so many things and there are so many ways that we can look at circumstances around us and make some adjustment inside of ourselves and make our lives a better place. Mark, heading into your dream, no excuse is acceptable. No excuse. No excuse. No monkey story. Not that me drop out of school, not that me not get no education, not that me can't read, not that me can't do maths, not that me can't check. Almost everything that you can think of is in the media. Social media have almost everything that you can think of. So go and go do your research. The only thing social media cannot do for you, based on my knowledge, is that it cannot discover yourself for you. So it is individual work. You have to discover yourself and learn some things about yourself and find out what is it that you can do, that you can make some adjustment to your life, construct your life and make your life a better place. So if we fail to get a grip of ourselves, if we fail to do the things that we are supposed to do for ourselves, we are setting up ourselves to live in the pain of regret, just like many of our ancestors did. And there are many things around you in life that can waste your time for a lifetime. People wasting time sitting in a corner for a lifetime get old, just to and from the rum bar and sitting in a corner. I have discovered these things because I look around me and I see it happening for over the years. People where I know when I was young was hanging around and sitting on corners. And I am now a grown man, a grown young man. And these people are much more older than me now. And they are doing the same things that they were doing 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 7 years ago. They were setting up themselves to live in the pain of regret. We have 2 hands, 2 feet and a brain. We need to keep ourselves active and busy on our dreams and stop looking for the excuses and using them as a defense. What are you defending yourself from with excuses? You cannot defend yourself from what you want to become, you have to run into it and face it and deal with it and ask some questions. And whatever these people are saying, you go and research it if you don't understand. That you can know exactly what to do. Google have a section where you can use the mic and talk into it. So even if you cannot read or write, you can say it. Right? So let us stop hold back ourselves. This is January 10, 2024. And I am your reminder, and I will continuously remind you all the way through 2024 that you have some dreams inside of you that must be built. You have some ideas inside of your head that needs to come to reality. So we have to get a grip of ourselves. We have to subconsciously get a grip of ourselves. We have to get mad with ourselves and get a full grip of ourselves, and let's do the things that we are supposed to do. We need all hands on deck. We need you. We need you. As a product of life, we need you. You have a right to be here. So let us take the shame out of our game. All hands on deck, and we will work together through 2024 and achieve the things that we are supposed to. This is just a part of it. This is just the beginning. January just started. So those who throw their dreams away, send this message to them, send this video to them, and help them to catch themselves. If you care about these people so much, send them this video and tell them to watch it. And if you don't get it, you listen it over again. And if you cannot get it here, find somewhere that you can get it. If I am not talking the way you need to hear, and if I am not talking the things that you need to hear, then find a source. Find a source that you can get it. No excuse is acceptable. None. You have to be zero tolerant about the things that you want to do for yourself. You have to be serious about the things that you want to do for yourself in order to make your life a better place before we depart this life. So we have some things that we need to do, that we are supposed to do, and this is a good place to start. So let's take a leap and grow our wings on the way down. So today is January 10. January is now getting old. Today is January 10. We have New Year's resolutions and New Year's this and that we need to make some contributions to. Small contributions if you can't do it big. Do it badly until you get it right. Do a little bit if you can't do a lot of it. So no excuse. If you want to become a nurse, take a leap. Whatever is it that you want to become, take a leap. Go and go learn some things about yourself, and let's get some things done. This is World School Jamaica Foundation and JPF Foundation, and I am the captain of this ship. I have discovered some things about myself, and I am sharing my ideas and my life story with you. So get a grip of yourself and let us build our dreams with what we have. God bless you on a journey. Walk good. We will talk again.